Now, from the worldwide headquarters of NBC News, here's Dateline NBC.
Tonight on Dateline NBC, the Spectrum auction. The bidding war is on. Who will go home with the Spectrum they want, and who will get left in the dust? Let's go to Dick for a closer look.
Thanks, Diane. Rick here. I'm at the scene of the auction, and for those of you who don't know about this current issue,
in 1993, the Omnibus Budget Reconciliation Act gave the Federal Communications Commission, better known as the FCC, authority to use competitive bidding to give channels initial license and pieces of spectrum. Spectrum auctions begin in 1994 and are conducted by the FCC. Government uses these auctions to sell the rights to transmit signals over specific bands of electromagnetic spectrum and to assign scarce spectrum resources. The spectrum beginning auction off is currently owned by the industry's largest broadcasters, who are very reluctant to give their shares up.
As you can see, the participants have already assembled, and they do not look pleased. To our left, we have the buyers. Our auctioneer stands straight ahead. And to our right, the owners of the Spectrum, the broadcasters. Under the current FCC plan, a recent study conducted by the National Association of Broadcasters, the NAB, found that 672 of the 1,735 television stations would have to be cleared from 20 channels, leaving many of those stations without a channel to call their own. In the top 10 market, 73 stations would be channel-less.
tensions are high in the room because major issues have been arising over who deserves the spectrum in question.
Well, we have 350 million active users that are accessing Facebook through their mobile devices.
Because we have so many tweeters, the site is slow, overcapacitated, and doesn't allow for frequent updates.
We need more spectrum because we're Google. Enough said.
The Verizon company is a global leader in delivering innovation in communications, information, and entertainment. Our plans are used more often than any other companies and deserve spectrum to further expand our global cell phone service.
In today's market, the surge in mobile broadband devices and their use are completely changing the American digital landscape. In 2011 alone, there has been a 50% upward jump in the amount of smartphones sold and used daily. It has become obvious that the use of mobile devices to go online, watch television, play games, etc. has far surpassed traditional venues of watching and using media. Phone companies believe they deserve large pieces of spectrum for this reason. And AB, whose job it is to protect these companies, say that they would not oppose a plan to auction off television spectrum to phone companies, as long as the spectrum was done voluntarily.
We were given the spectrum and it's
ours.
There is no reason for phone companies to have
More.
They seem to be doing pretty well with the spectrum they already got.
Don't they?
We may need that spectrum in the future. Why not take from the companies who are willing to
Volunteer! Right, I can
So how do you feel about the events that just transpired?
Well, if we couldn't stop the bidding war, we were planning to chain ourselves to the spectrum, and so they couldn't take it to us like hippies with trees, you know?
You know that spectrum isn't a tangible object, right? Well, there are the broadcasters for you. I'm done with this. Back to you, Diane.
Thanks, Nick, for that exquisite story. What was that? Breaking news! The station has just been bought by AT&T.
Don't be left behind. AT&T, the nation's fastest mobile broadband network, is getting faster with 4G.